Stepping into the intricate world of relationship psychology, understanding the subtle, unspoken language of attraction is often one of the most exhilarating yet confusing experiences. Human behavior is a complex tapestry of hidden desires, and when a man develops deep romantic feelings for you, he won't always have the immediate courage to voice them. Fear of vulnerability, the risk of rejection, or a desire to protect an existing friendship can cause him to guard his emotions closely. However, while his words may remain carefully guarded, his subconscious actions, instinctual body language, and shifting behavioral patterns will inevitably tell a completely different story. The mind can censor speech, but it can rarely control the involuntary, psychological triggers that occur when we are in close proximity to someone we deeply desire. When a man secretly harbors feelings for you, his entire baseline behavior undergoes a powerful transformation. He begins to move through his daily life with a hyper-awareness of your presence, broadcasting his admiration through a series of undeniable non-verbal cues. These subtle shifts, ranging from intense, lingering eye contact across a crowded room to an instinctual drive to protect your well-being, serve as definitive proof of his internal emotional investment. He might find himself subconsciously mirroring your movements, recalling the most trivial details from your past conversations, or manufacturing clever excuses just to be near your physical space. Recognizing these hidden signals allows you to look past his silent exterior and read between the lines of his daily behavior. By understanding the underlying psychology behind his actions, you can confidently decode his true intentions, unraveling the mystery of a man who is completely captivated by you but simply isn't ready to admit it yet. 1. The direct and unwavering eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful, nonverbal communicators of human attraction. When a man secretly harbors deep feelings for you, his eyes will inevitably give him away. Acting as a window to his true intentions, you will frequently catch him staring at you from across a crowded room, only for him to quickly look away with a nervous smile when your eyes meet. When you are engaged in a direct conversation, his gaze becomes incredibly intense, locked onto yours as if nothing else in the surrounding environment matters. This unwavering eye contact is a subconscious mechanism used to establish a profound emotional connection and to read your reactions. He is completely captivated by your presence, and his inability to break eye contact proves that you have his absolute, undivided attention, even if he remains completely silent about his feelings. 2. He remembers the trivial details. A man who is genuinely interested in you will listen to your words with an extraordinary level of focus. He doesn't just hear what you are saying. He actively processes and stores every piece of information for later use. You will notice him casually bringing up minor details from conversations you had weeks ago, such as your favorite childhood candy, a specific book you mentioned in passing, or the exact date of an important upcoming meeting. While standard friends might easily forget these passing remarks, a man who likes you treats your words like valuable treasure. This incredible retention of trivial information proves that you are constantly on his mind, and that he places immense value on your thoughts, preferences, and personal experiences. It is a definitive sign of deep emotional investment, showing that he truly cares about who you are as an individual. 3. Protective instincts kick into overdrive. When a man develops strong internal feelings for you, a natural biological response, known as the hero instinct, triggers within his psychology. This instinct manifests as a deep-seated desire to ensure your safety, comfort, and overall well-being at all times. You will notice him automatically walking on the traffic side of the sidewalk, checking in on you during severe weather, or offering his jacket the very moment the temperature drops. If you are navigating a difficult or stressful situation at work, or in your personal life, he will be the very first person to step up, defend your honor, or offer a protective shield against any external negativity. He wants you to feel entirely secure when you are by his side. This innate protective behavior is a clear physical demonstration of his love and dedication, showing his desire to be your ultimate safe haven. 4. The subtle mirroring of your actions. Subconscious mirroring is a deeply rooted psychological phenomenon that occurs when two people share a powerful, unexpressed emotional bond. When a man is highly attracted to you but is too hesitant to confess it openly, his body language will naturally synchronize with yours during your interactions. If you lean forward across the table, take a sip of your drink, cross your legs, or use specific hand gestures while speaking, he will replicate those exact movements moments later without even realizing it. This behavioral mimicry is his brain's way of trying to establish rapport, build comfort, and show compatibility. It signals that he is completely attuned to your frequency and deeply engaged in your presence. By reflecting your physical posture and subtle movements, his subconscious mind is loudly broadcasting a strong desire for closeness, harmony, and a mutual understanding between you both. 5. He invents excuses just to be near you. Proximity is a major catalyst for romance, and a man who secretly desires you will consistently find creative ways to bridge the physical distance between you. He will suddenly start showing up at your favorite coffee shops, volunteering for the exact same projects at work, or attending social gatherings he usually avoids, all just to catch a glimpse of you. He will construct logical excuses to initiate contact, such as asking for your help with a mundane task he could easily do himself, or returning an item you forgot. These calculated scenarios are engineered because his desire to be in your physical space is overwhelming. He craves your presence and energy, and since he lacks the courage to ask you out directly, he relies on these manufactured coincidences to guarantee regular interaction, hoping you will notice his constant availability. 6. Nervous fidgeting and body language shifts. When a man is harboring intense feelings for you, his physical body will often betray his attempt to keep those emotions hidden. The sheer rush of adrenaline and nervous excitement he experiences in your presence makes it incredibly difficult for him to remain entirely calm and composed. You will frequently notice him fidgeting with his clothing, adjusting his watch, smoothing down his hair, or nervously playing with his keys while you are speaking to him. His posture will naturally shift to become fully open and oriented completely toward you, with his shoulders and feet pointing directly in your direction. These involuntary physical tells are clear signs of performance anxiety. He cares deeply about the precise impression he is making on you and is terrified of messing up. His restless energy and dynamic body language are definitive proofs that your presence completely disrupts his usual composure. 7. He is always the first to offer help. A man who secretly loves you will consistently position himself as your most reliable ally, looking for any opportunity to make your life easier. The very moment you mention a minor problem, a broken item, a heavy load to carry, or a stressful project, he will instantly volunteer his time and energy to resolve it. He will willingly sacrifice his own comfort, rearrange his busy schedule, and go completely out of his way to ensure that your burdens are lifted. While standard friends might offer assistance when it is highly convenient for them, he acts with a sense of genuine urgency and absolute enthusiasm. This consistent, reliable helpfulness is his primary way of demonstrating his immense value in your life. By becoming your ultimate problem solver, his actions loudly communicate a deep desire to support, protect, and care for you, even if his words remain completely silent. 8. Deep, active listening during conversations. In a fast-paced world full of constant distractions, a man who is secretly infatuated with you will grant you his absolute, undivided attention. When you speak, he does not simply nod passively while checking his phone or scanning the surrounding room. Instead, he locks his eyes onto yours and absorbs every single word with genuine interest. He asks insightful follow-up questions, validates your emotions, and remembers the specific nuances of your thoughts and opinions. Even if the topic of conversation is completely outside his usual scope of interest, he remains entirely engaged because he values the person speaking far more than the subject itself. This high level of active listening is a rare and powerful form of emotional intimacy. It shows that he respects your intellect, cherishes your perspective, and genuinely craves a deeper psychological connection with you above anyone else. 9. Jealousy flares when other men are mentioned. No matter how hard a man tries to suppress his romantic feelings, jealousy is an incredibly difficult emotion to completely conceal. When you casually mention another male friend, praise a coworker, or talk about a recent date, his entire demeanor will instantly undergo a subtle yet noticeable shift. You might observe his jaw tighten, his tone of voice become suddenly brief or distant, or his body language close off completely as he withdraws from the conversation. He may attempt to quickly change the subject or offer a slightly critical opinion about the guy you are discussing. This instinctual reaction occurs because the mere thought of another man winning your affection triggers a deep fear of loss within him. His inability to remain genuinely happy or indifferent in these specific moments is a definitive sign that he views himself as a romantic contender. 10. He teases you playfully to get your attention. When a man is too intimidated or hesitant to express his true feelings directly, he will often revert to playful, light-hearted teasing as a safe way to interact. This classic behavioral pattern allows him to create a fun, high-energy dynamic with you, while completely avoiding the vulnerability of a serious, romantic confession. He will gently poke fun at your unique quirks, give you silly nicknames, or playfully challenge your opinions, all with a bright smile and a twinkle in his eye. This teasing is a deliberate strategy designed to break the ice, lower your defenses, and trigger a shared laugh between you both. It ensures that your interactions remain memorable, engaging, and distinctly different from the mundane conversations you have with everyone else. By keeping the vibe light and joyful, he can enjoy close contact without risking rejection. 11. Subtle, accidental physical touch. Physical touch is a massive accelerator of romantic chemistry, and a man who is secretly attracted to you will constantly seek safe ways to initiate it. Since he is too afraid to make a bold move, he will rely on subtle, seemingly accidental points of contact to feel closer to you. You will notice his shoulder brushing against yours while walking together, his hand lingering for a moment too long when passing you an object, or his knee gently touching yours under a crowded table. He might offer a warm, extended hug during greetings and goodbyes, or gently guide you through a busy crowd with a light touch on the small of your back. These fleeting physical connections are entirely intentional results of his powerful underlying attraction. His subconscious mind is testing your boundaries, craving physical proximity, and trying to gauge your comfort level with his touch. 12. He consistently initiates digital contact. A man who is genuinely trying to hide his feelings in person will often find a sense of safety and courage behind a digital screen. If he is constantly sending you funny memes, sharing interesting articles, or texting you to ask how your day is going, he is using technology to maintain a continuous presence in your life. You will notice that he is often the very first person to view interact with your social media stories, leave comments on your posts, or respond to your text messages within mere minutes of receiving them. He will actively work to keep the text conversation flowing for hours, introducing new topics just to prevent the dialogue from dying out. This consistent digital effort proves that you are a dominant thought in his daily life and that he actively craves your regular engagement. 13. His friends treat you differently. A man's closest friends are almost always fully aware of his secret crushes and romantic desires. If a man likes you but refuses to admit it, the behavior of his social circle will serve as a massive giveaway. When you walk into a room where his friends are gathered, you might notice them instantly whispering to one another, nudging him playfully, or smiling knowingly at the interaction between you two. They may go out of their way to make space for you to sit next to him, leave the two of you alone in conversation, or casually bring up his best qualities to impress you. They might even drop subtle hints or ask you direct questions about your current dating life to gather valuable intel for him. Their highly coordinated, inside behavior is absolute proof that he talks about you constantly when you are not around. 14. He values your opinion above everyone else's. When a man respects and desires you on a deep level, your perspective becomes incredibly influential in his decision-making process. Before making a significant choice regarding his career, personal style, lifestyle habits, or future plans, he will explicitly seek out your specific thoughts and guidance. He will take your advice to heart and actively implement your suggestions, later showing you the tangible results of your influence. If you casually mention that you prefer a specific style of clothing on him, you will likely see him wearing that exact look the very next time you meet. This deep deference to your viewpoint shows that he views you as a vital partner and a guiding force in his life. He values your intellect and judgment immensely, using your feedback to mold himself into a version that aligns perfectly with your standards.